I tried to work out at other gyms, but you see, I owned my own gym with a few buddies of mine for a handful of years, a long handful of years, and it was fucking awesome, okay? So when I moved to Montana, I tried to check out other gyms. I went to Planet Fitness, I went to like a rec center, I checked out 2 different CrossFit gyms, and the vibe was super hard to get right. So you see, the problem just came in the community. I couldn't quite get that feeling I was looking for. I wanted some bros in there to hang out with. I wanted to blast some loud music. I wanted to try super hard. And I wanted to get weird with the workouts, man. I didn't want to just have headphones on and look at my fucking telephone, you know? So that was the problem. At that time, I was thinking about buying a new truck. And then it occurred to me, while I was laying on the ground, this is where I come up with some of my best ideas. During a workout, that instead of spending $30,000 extra on a truck, I could build this. So let's go back 3 years and see how I got here. This is my house. It's pretty radical. And while it is beautiful in every single way, it's missing something. See this space? I need a gym. Design complete. So here's how it broke down for me building the gym, okay? I spent about $28,000 on a prefabbed structure from a local like Hutterite Amish guy that builds sheds. They built it in 2 pieces, delivered it in 6 weeks, and after I ran the numbers, if I built it myself, it would have probably cost me about $15,000. So it was a lot more, but there was no labor, and to me that was easy. In the whole time that I haven't had a gym, I've been using my garage. But as you can see, it's kind of chaotic. You have to move something to use something. And I guess I'm remarkably lazy. We got the pad in place. It's level, I think. Got the rebar in. Building the foundation was a little bit more work than I anticipated and a little bit more expensive. So just take that into account if you want to go that route. Then again, my lot is sloped, so it'd be a lot easier if it was dead flat. Got the garage in, and I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I got a glass garage door coming. Tomorrow I'm starting electrical and paneling. I'm wiring this bitch, but really just getting tangled in it. Insulation is happening slowly. Electrical is run. The panel is in. Nothing's terminated. But at least I can work out in the meantime. Yeah! Well, it's been about a month. I got the climbing wall kind of going. I'm very tired of working in the dark and the cold. Still don't have power, but I have a climbing wall. That helps. Ha! Well, it's wintertime. Finally can get that installed today instead of had a tarp there this whole time. We got the garage door in. I chose to insulate it, do electrical, all that kind of stuff to try to make it as comfortable as possible. Which really is another tip. People like to go bare bones on their gym and be like, oh, I don't need heat or good lights or whatever. Yeah, you do, okay? The beginning when you're fucking psyched, you can do whatever, I get it, okay? But down the road, in the middle of winter, when it's dark all the fucking time, it's nice to have some creature comforts, okay? So don't, like, undervalue those things. Like, unless you live in fucking Florida or something, you need to insulate your gym, you know? And getting in some lights to make it pretty and get the psych flowing, key. I have a heater that's on a Wi-Fi thing, so I can, like, start it at 5 a.m. in the morning before I come in here. Super clutch. We have heat. We have power. We have more power. I got horse stall mats installed everywhere. Well, I got the wall painted. Now it's time for the climbing wall. When you paint the climbing wall, make sure you harass your friend into doing it for you. Finishing my retaining wall. Got this going in here. All right, you're caught up. It took 3 years, way longer than I thought, but it was way more fun than I thought. So I wanted to share a few things that I learned along the way that I thought maybe somebody else could benefit from. Here they are. 1, I would really tell you to go as big as possible. I see a lot of people build really small gyms, and the truth is the stuff takes up space, and you need space to move that isn't occupied by equipment. 2, and this pertains to 1, the main and most important thing you can possibly have in a home gym is community. You need your homies to come down and throw down with you. So buy duplicates of things so you guys can sesh together, and think about having other people in your space with you. I promise you, if you have people come train with you, you will throw down harder, you will throw down more frequently, and you'll get more benefit from it. The best part of my gym are the 10 plus people that train here regularly. The psych is contagious, and simply having them come in and out fucking gets me pumped to get after it. 3rd, don't get all caught up on what equipment you end up getting. It doesn't really matter. People are gonna try to sell you $500 fucking barbells and fancy bumper plates, and none of it matters. We had ghetto equipment by today's standards at my commercial gym, Mountain Strong in Denver, and none of it ever broke. We used the shit out of it. There were people using it all day, every day for 6-7 years, okay? None of it broke, all right? So don't get tricked into buying stuff that's too fancy. Get nice-ish stuff, but like gym equipment is getting out of control, okay? People like have to have a 5x5 half-inch steel squat rack. It's fucking crazy, dude. You're not landing it on an aircraft carrier, okay? It's just for lifting weights. Another tip I have for you in regards to equipment is buy used equipment, okay? It's absolutely the best way to go. You just have to be really, really patient. One of the key words I always look for is someone moving, because this shit is super fucking heavy, and so being able to like swoop in and help somebody when they're moving by taking this stuff off their hands, you're gonna get a really good deal, okay? And as long as you're patient and you don't mind waiting, just enjoy the fucking process, man. Get the gear over time. I have a ton of high quality equipment in here, and I spent pennies on the dollar to acquire all of it, but I did not do it all at once. I was super, super patient. Don't buy too much equipment, at least out of the gate. Stick to the meat and potatoes, like your barbell, dumbbell, kettlebells, etc. Keep a lot of open space, because as you work out with your buddies and on your own, and you dial in your training methodology in your space, you're gonna figure out what you need. Rather need it and go get it than buy a bunch of extra shit that you don't actually need. It gets in the way and you waste your money. So just do it slowly. While we're on the topic of equipment, here's some sacrilege for you. Skip the cardio equipment. It takes up a ton of space and isn't necessary. Even this fucking rower. Here's some facts for you. You can always get outside, rain or shine. And as climbers, you should probably get used to it, because your project is probably going to go down when it's cold outside. So it's always a good reason to toughen up. Don't get me wrong. If you have the space for a lot of equipment, go for it. It's nice to have. It's just not that important. One of the most important things you can have in a gym is a whiteboard, because once I write it on this fucking board, it gets done. It's a way to hold yourself accountable. If you just keep it in your head or on your phone, it's so easy to like not actually stick it out. You're like, oh, I said 5 rounds, I'm gonna do 3, that felt like enough. You have it on the board, and you know, and everyone else knows what needs to be done. The uses for the functional trainer are unlimited, which is why I think it's very useful to have one in your gym, especially if you have limited space. Do I think it replaces a squat rack or a bench? No. But it definitely helps you keep things creative and different for your training, which is a benefit all to itself. One of the ways I keep the psych rolling on the climbing wall is I set circuits. 30 to 40 move circuits that allow me to train for roots on my 12 by 12 climbing wall. I set a 510, 511, 512, and 513 circuit, and I climb them all the time. I find them as one of the best ways to train. Just allows you to mix it up a little bit. I don't have a ton of specialized equipment in the gym, but the stuff I do have that's kind of obscure is all grip and forearm related. Because as much as we like to think that your ability to do 1,000,000 pull-ups is going to help your climbing, the truth is it really comes down to holding on. The longer you can hold on, the harder you can climb. I keep myself surrounded with climbing equipment in my gym. It's a reminder of why I train. And sometimes having that little nudge, a photo of a climb you want to do, or a poster of a mountain, can really help you try hard, remembering why the fuck you're there in the first place. If you're psyched for something else, have a picture of a fucking boulder, or like how you want to look in a bikini. I already would look good in a bikini.
You make yourself dizzy.
I know, I feel dizzy. Fuck! Thanks for watching this nonsense. I'm not saying it's gonna help anyone. I'm not saying that wasn't a complete waste of your time. But if you have any fucking questions, feel free to shoot me a line. Yeah.